Well, hello. I'm super excited that you guys have joined me today. I am here with Ryan Day, and he's a franchise owner from homecleanheroes.com. And I'm super excited that he's joined us today because I know we've got a lot of questions about whether you go solo, whether you jump into a franchise. And so we've got a lot of questions prepared today, and he took time off work today to have this conversation with us. So I'm really excited about this. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I love being here. I love do these podcasts, answer questions, and just have a general conversation about what it is I do and why I do it.
So, question, if you were in the real estate industry and you were paying for a clean, who pays for that? Does the realtor ever pay for that, or is there ever a universe in which they might?
It depends. So it's pretty well known in the industry that a lot of times, especially for buyers, that you'll give a buyer a closing gift. It can be a lot of different things. Sometimes a realtor will pay to have their home cleaned as that gift. So it just kind of depends on the situation. A lot of times the customers end up paying for it themselves, but if the realtor feels they want to do that for them, they can.
And as a cleaning business owner who's also a realtor, and this is kind of a cool question because very rarely do we get this combo. What is your preference?
For payment,
Yeah.
like I said, it just depends. It depends on the gift. I like a gift that's a little more personalized.
Mhm.
So I'll do a lot of different things that has maybe their home addressed, etching like a cutting board, for example. That's a big one. We have a
Uh-huh.
local, I guess you could call it like a etching kind of boutique-esque store that has a lot of really cool things like that. So we'll get a cutting board and it'll have their last name, their address on it, the date of established. You know what I mean? So that'll be something that's really cool. And it's kind of the first piece of I don't want to say equipment, but it's the first thing in the home that really, really shows that, like, yes, this is home now and this is our home. So I personally really like a customized gift that shows a little more. You took a little more initiative, a little more to it. But like I said, some realtors really like to pay for it as a gift, and that's completely up to them, and that's okay.
I love that. Crime Time Grime says, I love that company name, by the way. That's pretty cool. Weekends should be time and a half, and holidays should be double time, more money, and more money. I love that. And I love the fact that every company is deciding their own protocols for holidays or no holidays. And it's interesting because in my business, we always did do holidays, which is kind of a flip side of that because
Mhm.
we had a lot of people that either did not have family nearby. And so they were going to be alone for the holidays. And so we would upsell, we would upcharge, and then they would do a special package where, like on Thanksgiving Day, for example, they would go in and it was just a special package for Thanksgiving Day. Here in the United States, people have a great big turkey dinner and they invite all their family in. Then the family wants to leave and not do dishes and they want to go watch a ball game, for example. So the cleaner would go in and do nothing but put all the food away in like little freezer packs. They would wipe up all the Thanksgiving meal, sweep and mop the floor, and they're gone. And they have all the desserts and everything out on the table. And then they would go to the next house. And so the house
That sounds
cleaners
like a
would do
good gig.
seven or eight Thanksgiving dinners. And it got to the point where our clients would plan their dinners around when the cleaner could come to clean up the meal. And
Yeah.
so they would top out at like 1,300 to 1,400 bucks a day on Thanksgiving Day. And
Wow.
so we had people that were cleaners that would schedule their family Thanksgiving on like Sunday. And on that Thursday, they're like, I totally want to work. And they would like book themselves in advance, like, hey, it's only May, but I want to be working on Thanksgiving Day this year. So it was weird because we always sold that as like premium time. And we had lots and lots of customers that loved it. And we had lots of house cleaners that would beg for that day, like, please put me on the Thanksgiving rotation.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's great. The beauty about running your own business, whether it's a franchise or your own company, is you completely get to decide how you want to approach this. Okay.
Mhm.
It's up to you on how you want to go about that. Like you said, if you want to charge double and your employees are willing to work on the holidays, that's totally okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to encourage my specialists to sacrifice the time with their families
Right.
solely for the money.
Right.
So I was afraid that even if we did something like that, that they would sacrifice having that Thanksgiving dinner because of the opportunity to make more money. And I didn't want there to be a choice. I wanted them to spend the time, take the break. You're still going to get paid for a holiday, you know, relax for a little while.
Well, I love that thought because it's so easy to reach burnout as a house cleaner. And so if you have built-in days off and you have built-in holidays and built-in family days, that really reserves in the back of their mind. And having been a cleaner myself for 25 years, you start to plan for it. Like, well, okay, I've got 3 more days this week and then I've got a day off. Right. And you start looking forward to the day off. Like, if I can just get through the next 3 days, I'll have this made. And so to build that into the schedule, I think is premium.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we reschedule cleans because of it. It's a non negotiable for us. If you can't take a break, we don't want workaholics. Okay. I love the fact that when you're here, you're busting butt, you're busting tail to try and make these jobs happen and make customers happy. I'm all here for that. Let's get it done. But on a holiday, time to spend with your family or just relax. Even like you said, even if family's not in town, just an opportunity to take the break and still know you're going to get paid as a full timer, then just take the break.
So tell us, not just specifically about holidays, but tell us what some of the specialty cleaning items are that you guys promote in your business.
So a big one is a Valentine's Day clean. Now, something that we're going to be rolling out in February. So we opened our doors July 1st. Okay. We
Mhm.
haven't been open for years on end. Okay. So something that we're looking forward to is a good old Valentine's Day clean as a gift for a significant other, for a parent, whatever it may be. And I don't have the details super ironed out just yet, but we want to do something special where maybe we'll leave some chocolates behind and somebody can custom make a note and say, hey, honey, I know you had a really hard day. I know it's been tough at work lately. I wanted to surprise you with this. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you. Something like that. Like I said, I don't have the details ironed out yet, but that's something that I would like to implement for us to kind of go that extra mile for people and to have as an opportunity, not only for more service for us as far as a potential one time clean from somebody, but for them to be able to give a gift to their significant other that they might not even know they wanted.
Not knowing they wanted, we went to a resort one time for our anniversary. And as a gift, the bed is always looks really nice and it's always really tight and the pillows are fluffed and all the things that you expect at a resort.
Mhm.
But what they did is they took rose petals and they made a great big Valentine on the bed, and then they made a happy face out of rose petals on the bed. And I got to tell you, when I walked in, I just died laughing. I'm like, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And of
Yeah.
course, I took pictures of it, and this is the step beyond. I took pictures of it and I'm posting it all over social media, like, OMG, check it out.
Yeah.
This is the coolest thing. I've got to incorporate this in the cleaning.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So that
But
would be a phenomenal idea.
hashtag whatever your hashtag is that you're using,
Yeah.
right? So that people know that that is your company and that you went to this special effort to make something happen, you know? And of course, you would charge the client for the rose petals, but it was so amazing and so impressive.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Our hashtag is every home needs a hero.
Every home needs a hero. That's a long hashtag, but I love it.
It is. We'll capitalize every word in there, but I wanted to kind of just not distract, but to be an eye grabber for people because I truly believe every home does need a hero. And so doing something like that on Valentine's Day, I think would be a great idea.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. So, what other specialty projects do you guys have?
Well, the big one is move in, move outs. So whether that be for realtors selling a home, people moving out of an apartment, we'll kind of go the extra mile on those by cleaning out all of the insides of the cabinets. So in the kitchen, insides of the vanities, pulling out drawers. I don't want to say sweeping because you can't get a broom in there, but a dustpan or a duster or some kind to really make sure that when the next person enters in to whether it be a home or an apartment, that it truly is clean inside and out from a standpoint of they're not pulling out a drawer and it's all dirty, filthy, and they can really move in and start enjoying the new home.
I love that. This has been really, really awesome. Ryan, if you will, tell our listeners where they can go to find you.
Yeah, so we're on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, we try and post as much as possible. You can also look on our website, homecleanheroes.com/Huntsville for our location. Now, we are a franchise, so there are other locations throughout the country. So if you're here listening in the Dallas Fort Worth area, there is a Home Clean Heroes in that location. In Charlotte, there's a location. There's multiple locations throughout the country. So if anything, if you just look up Home Clean Heroes, more than likely you'll be able to find the location closest to you. But our link is homecleanheroes.com/Huntsville.
This is so awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I'm going to leave links in the show notes to all the things that Ryan talked about and also how you can get in touch with him if by chance you happen to be listening to this as a podcast or you're out walking your dog or something like that right now. So thanks again for joining us. We will see you guys same time, same place next week. And thank you, Ryan, so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I really do appreciate it. It's been fun.